Welcome back to my new series, Turning My First House into My Dream Home. If you're new here, my husband and I just bought our very first house and we are determined to turn it into our dream home. We do not have a big budget, so we will be doing most of it ourselves, but we have no idea what we're doing, so it's going to be a learning process for all of us. One thing we knew we wanted to do when we moved in here was turn the formal dining room into my office. It felt just like a really random space, and the living room was so big, and since my husband and I both work from home, we knew we wanted to transform this space into an office and then make the living room into our living and dining space. Now, this was something we definitely could not tackle by ourselves. I'm all for a DIY project, but this one was entirely too much for me. This room had such good natural light that I didn't want to close off any of the walls, so instead we hired a contractor to put in French doors for us. There was also a random opening on the other side of this room that led into a hallway, and we closed that off too. We wanted this to feel like an additional room that you could actually close off, which is why we ended up going with the doors and then closing that original opening. Everything takes so much longer than you actually expect. The actual doors arrived at our house the first week of December, and they just finished the final touches this week. One of the last things we did was switch the ceiling fan for the chandelier, so that way the ceiling fan is in my office, now the chandelier is above our dining table. So as a reminder, here's what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like with the doors and everything installed. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Not only does it feel like we added an entire room to our house, I feel like the French doors just give it so much more character. Getting the custom doors made was definitely more expensive than we thought, but we did find ways to save. Like, instead of going through a contractor to get knobs, I found these knobs on Amazon and they were absolutely perfect. And instead of getting new light fixtures, we just worked with what we already had. That's all for now. See you guys next time.